crossing you in style someday. Oh, Queen.
Well, hello again, and of course our special musical guest today is the man, he's the winner of 17 gold record albums from the United States of America, Andy Williams. And the last time we met Andy, which would be about 5 or 6 years ago, was on the Saturday night program. I remember you invited me out to Sunday lunch, and when I said where, it was Paris. You had actually hired a jet plane, do you remember this, to fly to Paris to have lunch at a certain place on the Bois de
I do,
Boulogne.
and you didn't go.
Well, I didn't have a passport.
Oh, I see.
But I thought, here is a man who really loves his food.
I do like food.
Yeah. Well, you must meet this lady. Let me just introduce you.
Well, I said hello.
This is Marguerite Patton, and she is what you might call the doyen of British cookery book writers. Tell them how many you've written.
This is my 150th.
150th?
Really?
Yes.
You got to do it till you get it right.
Anyway, the publishers can't keep up with it. Tell them how many publishers you've got.
I have 6, actually, who all enable me to do a great variety of different kinds of books. Some for schools, some on health cooking, some, and the one that's come out now, looking into the future, the things, you know, we use in the kitchen, and the new feeling about food, the new cuisine, high-fiber foods.
But you're also a mean hand in the kitchen, Marguerite.
Well, I think I'm pretty good, yes.
Well, we'll be chatting to Marguerite later in the program, but we're going to begin today with a song from you, Andy. Right. And I think really it needs a bit of explanation because it's a bit of a departure from the sort of things you've been doing before.
Yes, it is. It's a classical album. Actually, it's not a classical album, but it's an album of classical melodies that have had
new words,
new lyrics, English lyrics.
And you've done it with the Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yes.
All of whom were dying to be on the program today.
I know they wanted to come, but the trip was too tough.
But at enormous expense, we've got you instead a guitarist.
Well, we have a pianist on the first one.
Oh, pianist! I didn't realize that. They didn't even tell me. And what's the first one going to be?
It's called Another Winter's Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's Clair de Lune by Debussy. I mean, it was taken from that, based on that.
And I'm anxious to hear it. Would you like to take your position? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andy Williams.
Another winter's day, leaves have fallen and blown away. Light has broken the misty dawn, it's so lonely. As I look out across the bay, I remember another winter's day. We thought love was here to stay. Every moment we shared was a summer. Then in a moment of madness I let you down. Now hear you calling my name. In the silence I know that I was to blame. In my loneliness I can't hide from the shame. Since you've gone, Another winter's day. Life keeps moving, but here I stay. Oh, my darling, I hope and pray you'll forgive me, for my love never went away. Please believe me. Another winter's day, we can move the clouds away. I know love will find a way if we try
Andy Williams there, and a beautiful song from the classics.
12 years ago, and I loved the car in the picture, so I bought the car. Yeah.
Well, let's face it, I mean, you're in that bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest today, Andy Williams. Now, as well as being a Rolls owner, I know that you are also an art collector, Andy. So have you been picking up bits and pieces on your trip to Europe this time?
A little bit, yeah. I've been interested in art ever since I was a kid. I used to draw and paint a little bit, and appreciated the French Impressionists very much. Never could afford them, and then started buying pictures. And most of my pictures are American painters. But I found one here. I went to the Royal Academy of Art, and they were having their summer festival. This was the last time I was here. It was about 2 months ago. And there was a painting in there that I really loved. I looked up to see how much it was, and it said not for sale. And it's the only one that I really liked. And it was a wonderful picture of a middle-aged couple. I tried to track it down, and I guess because of this show, we tried to find out where it was, and we found out. So
you're going to make a bid for it?
I'll go around and see if he wants to sell it. It said not for sale.
Well,
maybe his favorite.
Let's face it, I mean, you know, art collector and Rolls owner and a man who flies off to Paris for lunch. You're obviously...
Well, once in a while.
Yeah, well, once in a while. Nevertheless, a man of some financial substance, Andy.
That was a treat.
Yeah.
I mean, once in a while you do that.
But it wasn't like that in the early days. I mean, we know how you started off singing with your brothers, and then eventually you went solo. Now, did you find in those early days when you were trying to make your mark that audiences treated you with the same kind of adulation as they do now? No,
when you first start, it really isn't easy. I mean, people don't know who you are, and it's difficult. I mean,
I'm going to get you to sing another song, and it's a song from the same album of classical melodies.
Yes,
what is it? What's this one going to be?
songs that I did with the Royal Philharmonic.
Right. And what's this one?
This one is a traditional classic guitar piece. It was called Romance, and it is called Vino de Amor.
If you'd just like to take your position, and we'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, let me leave you with Mr. Andy Williams.
Thank you.
Vino de amor from the magical vine. Once you've taken a sip of that sweet summer wine, you'll be lost in its spell, then I know you'll be mine. So let's drink to El Vino de Amor. Vino de Amor, and the taste of your lips leave a heavenly glow It's a moment in time, like a total eclipse. So let's drink to El Vino de Amor. As evening falls, you are here in my arms, and the sound of the seas like a million guitars. We lie beneath a blanket of stars, and we'll drink El Vino de Amor. We've tasted love on a warm, starry night. As I look in your eyes in the soft morning light, no, I'll never forget such a beautiful sight. Here's a toast